So let's get rolling. So what is something every business has to do, whether they like it or not? Well, they have to promote, and every business must promote, but costs make it difficult for small businesses to effectively compete in the marketplace. So we use flyers, radio ads, signs, billboards, TV spots, newspaper ads, yellow pages, magazines, online marketing, social media, Google pay-per-click, Facebook ads, etc. There's so many things that companies do. Most small businesses don't really have a clear strategy, so they kind of wing it. But the bottom line is they must promote, because if not, they're going out of business. And sadly, you don't really want to look at these stats, but they're not good in North America. How many businesses are going out of business? So what if there was a superior and less costly way to promote your business or brand, opportunity, product, or service to thousands of people directly right to their smartphones where they live? And I think it's beyond dispute that virtually everyone lives on their phones nowadays. I mean, whether we like it or not, you can go to a restaurant, 4 people there having dinner, and none of them are talking to each other, and they're all on their phones. I'm not saying that's a big statement for modern life, but it's a reality. So we want to make sure we go to where they are and they're living on their phones. So welcome to proximity marketing. Now, what is that? Just give me a second. Proximity marketing brings leads to you. Major retailers are killing it with proximity marketing. Meadowhall, Neiman Marcus, McDonald's, Urban Outfitters, Woolworths, Target, Kenneth Cole, even Nordstrom is doing proximity marketing. So what do they know that small businesses don't? They have big budgets and can afford to take advantage of every advance in marketing. Small and medium-sized businesses have no practical, affordable way to benefit from proximity marketing until now. So welcome to Asirvia Go, and I'm going to explain what proximity marketing is right now. This little unit, that's a big graphic, it fits in the palm of your hand. Basically the size of a car key fob. That's the size of it. What does it do? It will broadcast a 40-character message to any Android device within 100 yards of the unit. So it's called the Go, the Asirvia Go unit. That means 100 yards in front of you, 100 yards behind you, so a 200-yard radius. As long as the Android device has Bluetooth enabled and people are directed to any website you choose, you will have a link in there and a 40-character message that drives them to any offer, any video, any landing page, anything you want to promote. So you promote anything, any offer, sale, biz op, event, or anything that you can imagine. So it's small, compact, battery operated with a battery that lasts up to 2 years, and promote whatever you want, wherever you want. So, and we're going to get into applications in a moment. So what does it use? It uses Google Nearby technology, which is a platform that allows Google to distribute what's nearby the user of an Android device. You'll have seen if you're on an Android phone, like nearby restaurants, nearby activities, where some people can put up a little menu and see all the little bubbles in front of a restaurant when you look down a street on an app. Well, that uses Google Nearby technology. And it's similar to Facebook technology when they send you a message, but it's not a push notification, which I'll clarify as we go. So it broadcasts to any Android phone. Now, Android is the dominant operating system in global phone use, despite what Apple users might think. Over 80% of world market share is dominated by Android phones. Now, the branding of Apple is superior because it's one product branding several items, so it's in a lot of people's houses, so they assume it has larger market share. But as you're about to see, the smartphone platform war is over. Look in the beginning, 2009, you can see how much of it was the dark blue is iOS. That's iPhone. And as the years went by, green is Android. Look at it now. It's over 85%, technically, the entire world is Android-based. So that's really our target, and that's where we'll stay to focus, because that uses the Google Nearby platform, which clearly is Android-based. So it's a huge part of the market. The Asirvia Go changes the lead generation game for any and every small and medium-sized business. You can change the message anytime you want, test multiple offers at the same time with multiple of these units. So if you're a business and you only have one thing for sale, you would get several of these and try different marketing tests to different offers that you're trying to promote. So you'd get instant feedback on how they work. And this is so inexpensive, you're going to smile once you see the cost. So here's an example of what it looks like. On the left, you can see proof this works. It shows in your phone. Continue to website. That's basically a 40-character message. So you get good at writing 40-character messages to test and then drive them to anything you want. And I'm going to get into some numerous applications for this for multiple businesses. On the right is an example of, say, what you could have sent them to. Well, someone in this particular business that's promoting Asirvia Go is driving them right to this product so they can help businesses promote their business using this particular device. So you can do it to anything. It is accessible on a phone, of course. And so it's very simple and very practical. Now let's take a look at some of the businesses that this applies to. Virtually any and every business you can imagine. Salons, hair salons, nail salons, restaurants, real estate agents, real estate offices, massage therapists, network marketers, of course. Every single network marketer looks at this with any shred of awareness on helping their team grow would want their organization to have one of these devices because it's free leads. And really the number one challenge in that industry is leads. Most people do not want to sell and they don't know how to generate leads. This solves that problem in a very ergonomic and practical way, a very forward-thinking way. Insurance agents, chiropractors, clothing stores, trade shows. Let's stop there for a second. Trade shows and events. If I'm a trade show and I have a booth, it behooves me to have dozens of these things with all attendees of my booth, maybe employees, walking around the trade show, blasting people and driving people to the booth. So that alone, and literally, let's say, for example, you didn't have a big budget. And I'll give you an example in the golf show in Orlando, Florida, the biggest one to kick off the year in January. It costs $5,000 for a booth, a tiny one. Most people can't go. It's usually a branding show. Only the big boys dominate it. So what would someone creative like me do? I'd show up there with no booth. And I'd have 5 or 6 of my partners with me, all carrying one of these devices, blasting promotional messages to Android users to my offer, right to a website, capturing leads and selling my golf product. I would just leverage the attendees at the show. You literally could take this device to any location you want, a coffee shop, another business, a sporting event, a party. It's irrelevant. Just wherever you want to go to distribute your message. And we're not talking about handing out flyers and sticking under windshields of a car. We're talking something that's, you don't have to do anything. Just have the message be blasting to people's phones. And we'll get into all the legalities, all anti-spam thing, anything that's on your mind. We're going to get into those issues as we carry on. So sporting events, as I mentioned, you're in the park, a coffee shop, marketing companies, salespeople, food truck operators. That alone, I wouldn't have a food truck without one of these. There are food truck fairs and events that gather in cities to show off their food and trying to get more long-term customers. It would be obvious and logic for them to have this. How about flea markets, farmers markets, all of those, local town events, local town fairs, any event, you would use this thing. Caterers, wedding planners, tradespeople. For example, let's say I'm a roofer. And a roofer, I only need one client to make a good amount of money. I could be on a roof and someone could be watching me and they have a phone, or they're across the street. They're within 200 yards and they're seeing it. But for some reason they had to go to work, so they didn't reach out to ask you. And maybe they needed the roof done. And you didn't go ask them. You lost the client. With this, you're marketing, well, you're not even aware you're marketing. And I'm going to be honest, and no disrespect to tradespeople, but they're notoriously the worst marketers. They know what they do. They're really good at their craft, but they don't know how to market their business. This gives them a way to tap markets wherever they are. You have your wife carrying it, taking it to Pilates class. I mean, there's not lots of things you could do. And what else? It's up to your imagination. There are numerous businesses. So imagine being able to go to any populated area and have your message, business, or offer promoted to over 60% of those people without having to talk to a single person. Why do I say 60%? Because the bulk of people are on Android phones and more than half of them have Bluetooth enabled. I do all the time for other things that I use. Many people go to gyms, have Bluetooth enabled for the wireless headphones. Bluetooth is pretty common now. So it's between 50 and 60% of devices have it enabled all the time. So the beauty of this is you don't have to talk to anyone. And when you do talk with them, they've already expressed interest by clicking your link and leaving contact info. They've already put up their hand to say, I'm interested in what you have shown me. So they saw a little 40-character blurb on their phone, clicked the link, saw a video, saw your webpage, saw an offer, and they've submitted info to say, hey, I want more info on your product, or I want to get my roof done, or I want to look at this Asirvia Go. Say, for example, you're promoting this. They've already put up their hand. It's not a cold lead anymore, but it's prospecting for you without you going to cold call anyone. So you only talk to someone when they're almost ready to buy. It's about as easy as it gets for any business. So if you have a good funnel system, those leads can be converted into buyers automatically. Now, what do I mean by that? Most businesses' websites are not designed to convert traffic. They're more like postcards or brochures. Most company websites are not good at converting a visitor into a buyer. They're like a business card. They're saying, here I am, here's about us, and they're not designed for this. So let's say you have a product-based business. It would be wise to consider a funnel system that automates the lead capture, lead follow-up, lead tracking. Everything to do can be done in the back end. And we have systems like that in place that any business could use, that you don't have to spend thousands of dollars. Because me and several people on this call have been online for 12 years. And if you're going to do that yourself, you're looking at thousands of dollars to set that up for any business. And here you could do it for $40 a month. So extremely effective. Now let's just take a look at the prices. The introductory pricing of this Asirvia Go units are 50% off through June. This is a launch special, and these prices will be grandfathered, meaning if you take advantage of them, your price will never go up. So one specific unit, one Asirvia Go, would be $25 a month. Regular will be $49, double. You could get 3, and I'm going to talk to you why you'd want more than 1. There is no business that can use only 1, and I'll show you why. You get 3, $49 a month. The regular price will be $99 when the price goes up to regular, and 8 for $99. For $100 a month, any business could be blasting messages out times 8 numerous ways. So now I'm going to give you some examples in about 2 minutes after I finish these prices so you can get a feel for how many applications this particular device has in your business. Activation is a one-time $30 account activation. That is not per unit. So if you bought 1, 3, or 8 of these Asirvia Go units, you'd still only pay $30 for the account. So there's the initial sign up, first and last month, plus the activation I just mentioned. So for example, someone buys 8, it's $99, first month and last month. No, it is not a contract. You can cancel in 30 days for a money-back guarantee, or you can just take advantage of the 2 months and say, I don't want it anymore, and just stop paying. It's just like a phone bill, so you will not pay anymore. It is not a contract you're signing. It is month to month, just like any service. You stop, you lose the service. So there's no commitment from you, just the company to provide the service if you pay. So it's $99 a month, $99 last month. So you pay $200 plus the 30. Well, the 99 and 99 is $198 plus the 30 or $228 plus worldwide shipping for $25, free in the United States and Canada for shipping. So it's pretty good. Now, if you walk through this, you see a $25 replacement cost if there's a problem with the Asirvia unit in the first 12 months of your use. They charge you $25 per unit if there was a problem. Now, if you stay a customer past a year, they will replace them for free forever. So the battery, as mentioned earlier, will last up to 2 years. If you have this thing for less than 12 months and there's a problem, it's going to cost you $25 to have it replaced. But after 12 months, they will replace it if the battery dies. And it will, because it lasts between 18 months and 2 years. You just let them know, they'll send you a new one every time it dies, even if you have 8. So it's pretty fair, and it's basically going to support the business. And I'm going to repeat this. If you're a small business and you're not spending $100 a month on advertising, it's hard for me to imagine that that'd be true. I don't know how you're still in business. Just being, honest. Most businesses are spending thousands just to get their awareness, their branding, the numerous campaigns they're running. And so $100 a month is extremely economic. So what's next? And I'm going to get into some things in a moment. What's next is step 1, you want to get back with the person who invited you here, choose the package that you want and get started. Step 2, get added to our private Facebook group for updates, webinar schedules, training, news, etc., which I provide, and we provide to business owners to help them stimulate their imagination on ways to use this. And for those of you who are in this business or curious about the business, there's 2 things that are going to happen. One is you're going to have the opportunity to send out a video link, which I'm going to share through the chat window. If you say, you know what, I know some people who would love to hear about this webinar. I would like them to see this and see what I've just seen tonight. You're going to send this video link up to 15 business people and basically watch what happens. They're going to be extremely intrigued. And that's it. Basically, it's very simple. This product is simple. Business owners need it. It's inexpensive, and it will help build your business if you're a small business person. And if you choose, you can get paid very handsomely to build this Asirvia Go business too.